Ah, good evening. I'm SRU Xfinity from Auto with a 9-mile-per-hour wind. Staying at 75% fuel. I do not believe it's 125. Oh well. It's 250 miles. That was part is right. Four tires, no brake checks, and two attempts at VWS. And the stage rate is 45.
45 is the stage break, and I want to say somewhere around 35, 40 laps of fuel, I think, Brian? Maybe a little bit more.
Something like that. God damn you, Judge.
So I'm qualifying here at the moment for the SRU Xfinity Series.
Why? Why'd I gotta reset trading paints? Oh, probably because he's not in that paint scheme.
Have you seen any of the videos, like any of the drone footage of like what they've done, Brian?
With what?
Auto Club,
Yes, there is
like
absolutely nothing there.
well, there's
Well,
a
part
little
of the
bit of the
track.
front stretch in the pit, yeah, the pit lane. 14
Let's go,
degrees of
Yankees.
banking in all four corners. 11 degrees of banking on the back straightaway. 3 degrees. I said that backwards. Front straightaway 11 degrees. Back straightaway 3 degrees of banking. Auto Club, very, very famous 2-mile track.
Juan Soto. Yeah, so that was actually one of the better tracks that I liked.
What channel is the Yankees game on?
It's on multiple. It's on TBS. And I can't remember what the other one was. Well, I got YouTube TV, so I just do the multiple.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, row one, Philip Bridgman. P2, Jack Clemens. Row two, Zach Deusser. Jeff Gilmore. Row three, Aaron Adam. P6, Danny Story. Row four, Terry DeGay. Brandon Hartwell. Row 5, Michael Yarrow and Dave A.
Clifton Ashley and Kevin Roy, 11th and 12th position. Jim Comensberger and Bobby D, 13th and 14th. And Mark Kosick and Kenneth Street rounding out the field in the final row, 15th and 16th positions, Brian.
Where's Zach at? Let me click on his car. Well, I'll see whenever he comes out.
Third place.
There he is. That's probably not the paint scheme he's in. Unless it is.
Yeah.
Is Philip in the right one at least? I believe so, because he ran that.
Yep. It's supposed to be matching.
Alright, I'll try it one last time. Although we know you and Philip are. Hey, Zach, keep going. Although you and Philip are normally in a junior motorsports car, so we know that pretty well.
You mean Zach and Phil? Um,
Whatever, close enough.
did you not get any sleep last night or something? Long night or something, Brian? You okay? You okay today?
Yeah, we're just
Nice.
trying to get things straightened out from yesterday and all that, and now all of a sudden I want to do it while I'm in the middle of doing something, and so I'm trying to do
Gotcha.
two things at once. Plus, I have a headache and everything else.
Yeah, I feel you. I had a headache ever since about 4:30 this morning. I woke up and just never
Hopefully,
went away.
things look better once it refreshes eventually.
Well, I guess it wasn't matching schemes. It was just a scheme that Philip made for the STR Motorsports, I believe. Rolling
Green flag.
into the start area, and green flag is out. Philip Bridgman going to lead them to the green, but kind of gets spinning his tires there.
No, it's a little lesser
Okay.
than that.
Oh, all right. Jack
But
Clemens in the 69 taking the early lead. Whole shot start there from the front row because tires slippage from the 5 of Philip Bridgman. 96-degree track temperature, so it kind of cooled off from qualifying a little bit, Brian. So cars should be a little bit easier to handle.
well, it depends on how much wind they got. And sometimes that
Mm-hmm.
wind can
I
play
don't
a big factor, especially going down that backstretch.
I
Heck,
don't
it
get to
can
see the
just
wind.
bob and bob and throw that car all around. Especially with these cars, I am not a big fan of it after the update because of these facts. There's things that you can't do now that you could done in the prior update before this big one. So I don't know. I think they really like messed them up a little bit, but it's
Did
iRacing.
they
They're trying to do
already
their best and trying to get them exactly just like how they are in real life.
did they already play 2 games in New York?
Yes.
Okay.
Ho!
Oh, coming out of turn 4, contacts made between Jeff Gilmore and is that Cossack
Oh, I
or
want
is
to
that
say that
Aaron?
was Coleman Sperger. I think.
Aaron. Okay, 10-4.
I think I might
We
be
got a
wrong.
replay here. Are they still green?
Yes. Sorry, it was
Oh,
Aaron
okay.
Adam. My bad. What did I?
I thought I thought as soon as I'd keep as Aaron just kind of starts getting tight, plows a little bit off the corner and right into Gilmore. It looks like here, and Gilmore kind of starts to come down, but he's also trying to hold it exactly like what you were just talking about before this happened. Cars will kind of start to move around a little bit more and so on, especially on corner exit. But Gilmore looked like he was holding it rough out there on that outside. But yeah, Aaron Adam Double A just kind of walks up into Gilmore, nevertheless. So Glacier now in second position, looking to take first away from Clemens. Man, this pitch block Still not used to it.
Yeah, it's brutal. Is that Yarrow? That is Yarrow.
Very interesting. Michael Yarrow up 3 positions. We've got 3 drivers up 3 positions. Dave A., Clifton, Ashley, and Michael Yarrow up 3 positions. Brandon Hartwell is +4 in 4th position. Kenneth Street is +4. Jim Comensberger is +4.
That they are. It's just finding which lane will prevail. But you don't want to kind of... Sorry. You don't want to kind of run the same lane because then... Kind of like the next gen. Dirty air, get tight, start washing up. And then it could be bad from there. And with how the bumps are going through the turn, and if you start pushing on another car, it's gonna upset the. Oh, that's new. That was never there. In that Toyota.
Go back to the onboard, if you can, I guess. What are you talking about?
See that little fuel thing in the middle there? Oh, he blinked out. Right there, you see that thing in the middle? Over by the battery? At least I can remember, that was never there. The fuel used to be...
That's a fuel gauge?
That is a fuel gauge.
Interesting.
That's why it threw me for a loop. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. You see there, I believe that's Danny's Story in the 87. There you go, Josh. Danny's Story, Dave A., Jim Comensberger. Oh, that's Cliff. Old Cliff. Well, I guess...
Great battle here, 4-car battle, running very wide. It's almost still a single lane track, but it's a very wide lane up towards the wall in 1 and 2 for the most part. Not too many people going down to the bottom, of course. They know historically in the past sometimes you get too far on the bottom. If there's no rubber laid down there, you can just loop it around. Maybe drivers are kind of cautious and prepared, trying not to go down there in 1 and 2 too early and so forth. So Auto Club can be one of those tracks that can just grind away the tires, like we talk about a lot of the times. Some tracks can be that way, some can't. It all depends about how old it is, the pavement and so forth. And it's one of those tracks that in the sim, even before it started getting demolished in the real world, it was pretty old and it would grind away the tires, so to speak. So it does, in a way, a similar attribute on iRacing. So you really have to back up your corners, let it roll a little bit, and just be easy with the tire.
Yeah, especially whenever you start to hear the squealing. That's how you know they're chipping away at the tires. That's why 9 times out of 10 when I do the ride-alongs, I know who's burning their tires and who ain't, because I listen to the sounds of the screeching in their tires. It might not be loud, but when you do the ride-alongs, you can hear it. Like, it's that one noise. But I know what
When
it
they
is
start
because.
barking or
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
really wide for maybe a mere moment. Great battling back here in the latter half of the field, so Clifton and company back here going to town, so to speak. Jim Comensberger, Dave A., Kevin Roy, I do believe, Danny Story, and Terry Duguay back here just hanging out, slicing and dicing.
Exchanging positions. Like right there. You hear the screech in the tires. Like it's very faint, but you can hear it as we were on board with the 2008. But that's the nature of these Xfinity cars. They are
Best of
absolutely a handful too.
best of five, so whichever team just needs to win 3 games, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if the Yankees win tonight and win tomorrow, that's it. I don't even know if they play tomorrow. Oh, they do. Yeah, because they were off
Um,
yesterday for a travel day.
I was about to say if they played the first two at home, then the next one would be tomorrow, then travel day.
If
More
we,
than likely, right?
yes. You see here, yep, that is Kevin Roy. Kevin Roy working the outside lane, trying to get on by Dave, as Dave wraps the bottom line. But Kevin gets that momentum on the outside. Gonna try to get clear of Dave. As you see there, he did. Dave's just gonna let him fall in line, and then Dave's just gonna ride or try to make the pass again. But can't quite do it as Kevin Roy in that wake of the 11.
Just as well as I do, Bryan Auto Club is one of those tracks that it can be difficult to pass here. It looks very wide, but it can be a challenge to pass. You got to build these runs. You got to build the momentum to where you can maybe just carry it around your competitor, or your competitor just kind of maybe has to back up that corner exit, or hopefully he gonna run wide or slide his tires or something going to happen to where you will be able to get around them. Like we talked about, it's a riding process for the most part whenever it comes to racing at Auto Club.
Yes, it is. It's a riding game. Get the draft and try to get going. I should just transfer this to my TV. There we go. Perfect.
So how How long has big sponsors been on baseball jerseys?
I think they just started it this year.
Wow,
Not too long.
interesting.
Right away, Clemens still in the lead, then Brandon Hartwell, then Zach Deuscher, and then his second and a half back is Yarrow, and then Bridgman, Ashley, Roy, Dave, Jim, and Terry.
Yeah, Hartwell's driven up there and uh, gotten past Deuscher for a second position. Yara looking to maybe do the same and getting third, but he's just cruising at the moment. I think some of these drivers could be pushing at the moment to maybe see what all they can do to start off with this run, the beginning of this stage. Maybe cut this stage in half, Brian, as far we speculate they can't make it to lap 45, so that's kind of what I would probably do. Just go ahead and cut it in half.
Yep, I would split it right down the middle, come in, get your fuel, get your tires, whatever it is, and then come back out, and then you should be good to the stage break. STR. I guess that's their new name.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Damn, fifth inning, he threw 73 pitches. Oof.
I think that's what I was saying. I was about to say that a
That's
while
like
ago.
me, you, and Anthony.
But
well,
just
Anthony,
about right.
Anthony likes to
Yeah.
throw
Oh
all the
my!
way up.
Watch this pitch that's about to get thrown. Hold on. Watch it. I know you're like a moment behind me, so just give it a second. I'm about to hit him,
Yep,
but
81 mile per hour. You see Zach trying to do everything in his mighty old power to get to Hartwell. Oh, hey! But can't quite get there as we see there. Hartwell and Clemens is running the bottom well. Zach's running the outside. So they're trying to work that bottom line in. You see there Zach tries it in 1 and 2. Made up some time, not too much, but he made up some.
base is loaded with 1 out.
Oh yeah. Ain't that a beauty, ain't it?
It is. Now, some of these drivers have different strategies as far as how to attack this course, how to attack this track. You are really seeing it now about different lines in the corners that these drivers are carrying. What if Juan Soto just hits a grand slam right here? That'd be cool.
He's done it before, and then
right, Deuscher really able to get down to the bottom, paint that line down at the very bottom of 1 and 2. That's exactly kind of how you want to do it if you want to run that bottom. Exactly, backing up the corner, able to really hit the apex of 1 and 2, perfect.
Oh, he's been walked, I think, twice or 3 times already. But anyway, 20 to go to the stage. No, they can't. They only get like 30-something laps of fuel.
Yeah, 35, 38, I'm assuming. Maybe 40, 42.
40
I don't think it's anything higher. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it's anything higher than 38. It could be, but
I can't remember.
This dude's thrown 40 balls in his 80 83 pitches, 40 of them has been balls.
Yep.
Come on, Juan. You should have let that one hit you. Just walk or run in. Brandon Hartwell really running that middle lane, trying to get some good momentum that way. Oh, well, sack fly, I guess. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
This is what you get
I get the
whenever you get
updates on my
watching.
phone, so I figured something was up.
You still get a spoiler. Okay.
But you
Brandon
see
Moore
there,
taking it to the Chick-fil-A car.
Brandon Moore.
Hartwell. Too many Brandons in this world.
There's a lot of them. I thought that was the Chick-fil-A.
It is.
Well, I tell you what, Florida's getting messed up.
They are, aren't they? I wonder how Probus is doing. I wonder if his house is getting flooded again.
It is. He sent a video on Facebook earlier on a low
Oh,
tide,
did
but
he?
that low tide is like up to the rim.
Hartwell can't quite do a slide job or clear
He's trying, though.
Clemens there. Yeah, he's trying. He's giving it all she's got. But Clemens now able to get around and clear back around the front straightaway of Hartwell. Now Hartwell maybe going to try to lick again. And 1 and 2. Yes, looking. But what's it going to be? Still not going to have the run, though. Going to be side by side coming off the corner. Deutscher and Yarrow have a good catbird seat just watching this unfold.
Oh, yeah. So Zach's hoping that these two get into a little tussle here. Because that will help him get a little bit closer up there and make a move.
Who else? What are the other AL team? Bless you.
Thank you. But what?
What are the other AL teams going at it?
Cleveland.
Isn't Cleveland and who else? I know the Dodgers and
Padres.
Other people. Yeah, that's right.
The Lions and Cleveland. The Lions have a 2-1. So if the Dodgers win tomorrow, the Dodgers. If Detroit wins tomorrow, they advance to the winner of this series.
Gotcha. Lap traffic here coming into play. Kenneth Street and Jeff Gilmore. But pit stops, hey, looky here. The race leaders coming down to the pits, Clemens and Hartwell. Pretty much almost as to be expected, right, Brian? So.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, roughly 30, 31-ish. Right around what you said. So Zach went 32 laps. So did Yarrow, but I think Dave is probably going to stay out with Adam's story. Nope, Adams quit it. Dave stayed out. So Dave's able to stretch it a little bit longer. Ross is coming in.
Wait, the Mets made it to the playoffs too?
Yep. They advanced
Interesting.
to first either the Padres or the Dodgers.
Get out of here. So you're saying that it could be another Subway Series again?
Could be.
Man, I'd like to see the Yankees and Dodgers go at it, you know?
That's what everybody predicted.
That's what, I'd be, wouldn't really mind who won there.
So Yarrow's back to the front.
Was the pit cycle completed?
Yes. Yarrow pitted with Deutscher.
Let's look at pit times.
I think he took fuel because that's normally what he does his first round. So he likes to save that extra set.
Him and Dave, I think, are on the same strategy.
Him and who?
Dave in the 20.
Okay, yeah.
They have around the same pit stop time, but they don't.
There you go, right there. There's your schedule.
Right where?
Dodgers, Padres, Cleveland Tigers.
Well, I missed it.
Yeah, hey, Clark Schmidt only throwing about 60 pitches. That's pretty good.
Brandon Hartwell, Philip Bridgman, Kevin Roy, Jack Clemens, and Zach Goisha rounds out the top 5 at the moment. Zach Goisha, at this moment in time, has set the fastest lap of this race, currently 35 laps in, and it is a 41:20.
You see Kevin Roy stuck on the outside lane there. He's going to wrap it. But Zach's going to get clear by running that bottom lane, Will.
Yeah, Zach is trying, and he does do a slide job on the Clemens machine. Clemens looks like just giving him a good shove down the front straightaway.
Too high, Volby. Yep, so now Zach got on by Clemens. Now he's looking to run down Philip Bridgman and Brandon Hartwell. If he can magically get that alert in there, then I think he'll be in a good position. So 5 more laps to go for each stage.
Yes, indeed. 5 laps to go, and those stage points will be awarded here. What, has he been like throwing a lot of games this year?
Yes, he's been giving a lot of games up. But anyway, Zach Deusser ran down Philip Bridgman.
Yes. Philip not able to run down Hartwell. Hartwell had a real good entering and exit pit road and everything, just all around able to long stop for Clemens. I think Clemens might have had to back up in his box. So oh, this don't look too good. Oh well. Oh wow, look at that umpire cam. Oh, motion sickness. He just all right. He flung that cam off there like it was no tomorrow.
So Philip Bridgman looking to get by the teammate there in the 7.
Yes, teammate on teammate battle here. Brandon Hartwell loving this in the mirror. He's driving further and further away. But Clemens, look at Clemens. He is coming. I know there's no T there, but gonna overlook that. The mumble kind of makes it sound like there's a T, but there's not. So Clemens really ramping the high line through 1 and 2, kind of with a late diamond almost, not quite, but.
So one more lap, and then they will get the stage break. Oh, oh, oh.
Caution. What was the fucking caution for? Big crash? Okay, man, I don't know, I'm sorry.
The stage caution is now, Brian.
Oh yeah, they now took it. And now it's another long haul to the end. After they come in, get their 4 tires and some more fuel, and get back on out there. Now all the way to the end. So Gilmore is going to be the lucky dog candidate. So he will get
Oh, Aunt Jemima.
Is he supposed to be the WBRL?
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
No, WBLR.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. WBLR.
Oh, Jesus, that did not just happen.
So after they pit, we will talk to the stage winner, Brandon Hartwell here. Get his reaction of winning the stage and how it felt out there. Maybe someone else as well if we have time. Who knows? I thought it was right. Like the, is it not right?
What?
The height of the car.
Nope, it's WBLR.
That's what it. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
I thought it was supposed to be WBRL.
No. What's my? No.
That's right. That's R is your last initial.
Yeah.
Some odd
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. For some odd reason.
Thought it was the other way.
It's okay, Brian. You've only known me for how long?
Long enough. Well, I guess we'll pull up Mr. BH.
Brandon Harwell, got a copy? How you doing tonight?
Just enjoying Race Night Auto Club. I thought we were going to Atlanta, but that's next week.
Right? So, next week, Atlanta. We're racing here at Auto Club, so stage winner, how was it feeling out there for the first 44, 45 laps there?
It felt great on the long run. It seemed like I was doing something right, late apex in the corner as much as I was, but I was really burning off the right front. It was quick though at the end there. I passed whoever it was for the lead, and or was battling him for the lead, and then we pit. And I think he messed up on pit road or something because I went by him.
Yes, Clemens
yeah.
in the 69 Chick-fil-A car.
Yeah, there we go. Clemens, sorry. I was hesitant on taking another set of tires on that pit stop. That's why I came out where I am now. And so I did, and we'll see.
Well, best of luck to you, Mr. Hartwell. You seem to have a pretty good car tonight, so I'm sure we'll see you back up towards the front.
All right, thanks, fellas.
Thank you. Hopefully I didn't give any old commentators jinx, but Danny Story, Dave A, Kenneth Street are cars that are one or more laps down.
Green flag.
Green flag back out. Zach Deutscher leading them to the green. Teammate Philip Bridgman along the outside, but falls in line. There comes Clemens working to the inside of Philip. We have 78 laps to go, Brian.
That we do.
Or is that 80? Yeah, that's 75, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, closing in on 75. Michael Yarrow back there with Aaron Adam Jim Comensberg, Kevin Roy, just outside the podium positions, battling for those positions back there to a top 5 position. There you see Yarrow. Right behind Yarrow is Comensberger and Double A.
See Kevin Roy now making a charge to the outside to get on by that 48.
And does so successfully, coming down the front straightaway now, maybe looking to set his sights on Jim. Here comes Hartwell, though, at his back door.
Forgot about my track, man.
The teammates, the STR teammates, Deutscher and Bridgman, 1-2, heating it up at the front a little bit. And they still have Clemens and tow, so the top 3, no really separation there. Michael Yarrow trying to just kind of ride out and chill out there in 4th position to start out this run. And if you want to, Brian, we can do a quick crank it up real quick. Maybe get snagging another one later on, but just do one now real quick. 60 laps complete here. Zach Deutscher currently your race leader, but in a way being hounded by Jack Clemens in second place in the 69 Chick-fil-A driven car. Philip Bridgman, your pole sitter, sitting currently in P3. Michael Yarrow, though, fifth inside the top five, up 5 spots in fourth position. And then Brandon Hartwell, stage winner, rounding out the top 5. Jim Comensberger up 5 positions in 6th position. Kevin Roy up 5 positions in 7th position. And Bobby D is inside the top 10 in 9th, up 5 positions. This game gonna go into extra innings or like?
Hopefully not.
Right.
But you see there, Yarrow running down Bridgman.
That's a fact.
Then coming in ever so slightly behind in is Brandon Hartwell.
Jim Comensberger and Kevin Roy also in the same picture frame. Yarrow gets ahead of Bridgman. Clemens still 2-3 tenths behind. Here comes Hartwell. Hartwell also going to as well. So Bridgman going to lose 2 positions in 1 lap, maybe more if Comensberger and Roy can get to him within this lap as well. So about, 5-10 more laps, Brian. Pit window is going to be open. So, Butterfingers McGee over here dropping everything. So, it's okay. It's just a cellular device.
Hartwell's trying to run down Yarrow. Because you got Deutscher and Clemens just about almost side by side, or whoever that is up there. Oh, he's poured over.
Who? You mean they're not playing a game today? No, it's
Play on Wednesday.
yeah, good point.
Plus, they're on a bye week this week.
That's where all these pitchers want to throw outside the zone, man. You got to get in the zone, out of the zone. Come on.
Right there, Clemens got by Zach.
Yeah, they're in a battle currently, Brian. And lap traffic looks like Gilmore might have made it a bit difficult. What?
I didn't think Giancarlo was that quick.
He must have found another speed in this postseason.
Yeah.
Clemens still trying to find a way by Deutscher. Michael Yarrow, 3.5 seconds, 2.5 seconds back. Yeah, he's got Brandon Hartwell in his tire tracks, though, trying to chase down the front two drivers, Clemens and Deutscher. They are working lap 67, about to complete it, at the stripe to get lap 8.
Nope, lap
They can't
69.
stay on 6. Whatever. SDK can't always be correct, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. So
OSDK. Crazy fellas. But Clemens is applying all the pressure to Zach like that. That's gonna hurt. That is absolutely gonna hurt. It just lifted the rear right up. Lifted the rear up off that 7 car, and he just had no traction from there.
it's a very bumpy track. You can kind of bump draft here, but as you just saw, like that's kind of what happens when bump drafting goes wrong at Auto Club. Well, it's not really suggested, I guess you could say. So, yeah, that's really something else. Kind of don't know what to say there, Brian. But anyway, now Yarrow and Hartwell now trying to chase down Clemens. Yeah, brutal. No other words. Just aggravatingly frustrating, I guess, if you were in Deutscher's shoes.
That's right. All he's got to hope for is a caution and go in. Not sure if he got so much damage out of that. But if he doesn't, then he should be in good hands. At least, but now it's the long haul to get back up to the front. Now, how do you play your strategy?
Currently in 8th place, over 8.5 seconds off the race leader. That's a good question, Brian. How would you take the strategy now? So many different ways to go about it, I suppose, but if it's going to keep staying green like it is at the moment, it's going to be quite difficult, I feel like, to try to get anything back. You see Hartwell and Yarrow trying their best to stay off of Gilmore as they got by him, trying to chase down Clemens in the 69 machine.
Yep, as Hartwell trying to get to the side of that 45 to take that position away from even going into the turn at the moment. But right now Hartwell's got the momentum on the bottom. Knows he can't slide up. Yarrow's going to have the run back off of turn 4.
pit road going to be the great equalizer, I feel like, in this race, Brian. And this next set of pit stops, I believe, truly will hold true as far as what's going to play out. Who's going to gain an advantage? Who's going to lose time and ground?
Yep. You see Zach still hanging out in 8th place, same exact seconds behind. But that's because he's in a tussle with whoever that was.
Aaron, Aaron Adam. So Hartwell and Yarrow have gotten themselves settled. It looks like Hartwell now going and trying to chase after the Chick-fil-A car. They're in first position. Jack Clemens. First says just got. We speculate should be the final pit stop approaching shortly for these drivers. Terry Duguay in the pits now. It's going to be quite a challenge, Brian, because I don't know unless these drivers can extend it a little bit longer. Yeah, we could see another pit stop, I believe, if we do math right. Nobody's going to be, I don't think no one's going to be able to stretch it that far unless they can, I don't know, it's going to be difficult here. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Nope, now the leaders are coming in. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, locked them up. Oh.
That's going to be more tragedy and a little bit of damage perhaps on Yarrow on the 45. Unsafe pit entry as well, possibly penalty coming on the 45's way, but don't know about the 69. He was a bit sideways, but just have to wait and see. Oh!
Into his box. That's going to cost him time.
He had some trouble with the first pit stop of the with one of the first few pit stops of the evening earlier in the race, Brian. So I was waiting to see about that this time.
See there, Coleman'sberger comes out. Right there, he's going to tuck in between Kevin Roy and Gilmore there.
At the moment, it's Brandon Hartwell, Philip Bridgman, Jim Comensberger, Kevin Roy, and Zach Deutscher in the top 5.
I think Kevin Roy saved it a little bit. Which he's good at that. He's very good at that.
One of the best on iRacing about doing that.
You see Zach wrapping the bottom wheel, trying to get caught up to Comensberger there.
Six and a quarter second lead the race leader has over P2. And then 7/10 of a second back to Jim Comensberger in P3. Zach Deutscher is 7/10 of a second back behind Jim Comensberger. Then a second and a half back to Jack Clemens in 5th position, Kevin Roy. Losing 5th to Jack, but like you just said, I speculate Kevin's saving. Aaron Adam in 7th position, Bobby D in 8th, Terry Duguay 9th, Michael Yarrow rounding out the top 10 after having his problems on pit road this time through this past pit cycle. He definitely had a penalty and some other sorts. He had a 57-second pit stop, Brian.
That he did. You see Gilmore now to pit. He was one of the later ones to pit there, so the first car 1 lap down is Michael Yarrow, then Danny Story. And then the 2 lap down crew is David A. and Mr. Gilmore. Street, Ashley, and Cossack is out of the race.
Whew. 85 laps in the books complete here at Auto Club SRU Xfinity Series 250 here. I do believe.
Yes, sir.
So Brandon Hartwell back to the front. 6 1/4 second lead still over Philip Bridgman. Jim Comensberger and Zach Deutscher battling for 3rd position there right now on track. Brian, if you want to yet again, we can do another Crank It Up segment this evening here at Auto Club. These wonderful sounds of these Xfinity cars going at it, and these ride-alongs that we love to show. Just good perspective and just how this, you call it somewhat of a flat track, but it does have some banking to it, and these onboards and those wall-mounted cameras really do prove it. So I'll let you hear these cars yet again. All 95 laps complete here this evening at Auto Club, Fontana, California. wonderful, wonderful setting and track. You got the Fontana Mountains in the background. And if you look at certain angles and whatnot from far away, oh my goodness, camera angles and so forth. So, great race, nevertheless, here in the SRU Xfinity Series. One caution, if you count the terrible towel that weighs for the stage break back at lap 44. Brandon Hartwell is your race leader over Zachary Deutscher in second place, 7.5 seconds back. Jim Coleman'sberger in third position. Fourth position, Jack Clemens. Philip Bridgman in fifth position. Aaron Allen, AA, in sixth position. Bobby D in seventh. Terry Duguay, eighth. Ninth is Kevin Roy. And Michael Yarrow. I want to say he's a lap down, is he not? It's just not showing him.
Yarrow is a lap down.
Okay, 10-4. So Kevin Roy is the final car, a lap down. Or on the lead lap. My apologies. So that is where we stand at the moment with less than 30 laps remaining in this race. Closing in on that 25 lap to go mark. Do you think everybody has enough fuel, Brian? Or are we going to see drivers coming back down?
I need one more pit stop. You see that Kevin pitting?
Yes, I do think. Right after I said that, I scrolled over and I saw that. Thank you for. Yeah, always happens.
Attention.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess you're welcome.
You know, I'm glad the I'm.
Time or go ahead home run in the seventh inning late in the postseason. Huh.
I'm really glad that the guy in the TV producer truck, director truck place, or wherever the TV director is for this game, really kept the the TV feed away from Aaron Boone, so no one could read his lips.
Oh, yeah. I seen it. He said the
Yeah. We all know what he said, but
because he knows
he just
that
couldn't.
was bullshit.
Yeah.
So next time by will be 25 to go. I do believe we're going to start seeing some phenomenal pit stops on the way, Will. Taco Bell does look good.
That Smile movie looks insane. I haven't even seen the first one.
Those skins on Call of Duty, bro.
Yeah, I saw that. Did you see who's on Fortnite now? Like the the puppet. Would you like to play a game?
Yeah, I don't play that no more.
I was just saying though. Would you like to play a game?
It pops up on the bottom whenever I turn on the Xbox. It has his little character down there on the.
Yeah, the little sponsored thing. Don't you love it how years ago you could turn on your Xbox 360 that was connected to the interweb, the internet, and you never really got ads. And then all of a sudden one day you did an update, you got ads one day. Like, what in the world?
Vente Quattro to go.
Oh man, I'm not too sure what Spanish that is, but
That was 24. Vente Tres left to go. Yeah, which will be 23. Vente.
all right. So we turned into
Los
Dora the
Telemundo.
Explorer. All right, teaching everybody. Well, it's about time we learn how to speak Spanish because of how many illegals and Spanish people we have living in this country with us. So it's supposed to be, our second language anyway. That if you went to school, high school, like in this day and age in this country, uh, you learn Spanish, right? Or supposedly get to learn Spanish, right? So. Um, it's like up there in Canada, you have to learn French, right? It's like, why? Well, French Canadians, and it's like, really?
I would have challenged that play.
Man, you can do that stuff now in baseball. It's not like we're living in like 1910s.
Oh, coming up on Zach Deuscher like that. He was the one that turned him the last time.
Yes, indeed. So it's getting down to the nitty gritty here. It's getting pretty good, I have to tell you what.
Tommy Canal. 20 to go, well. 5 drivers. Well, right as I say that, the top second and third come down to pit. Tommy's alright of a pitcher. He does pretty good.
Oh my heavens. Okay.
That did sound good. Quit it, Will.
Like literally, it came out your tongue like 2 seconds later. And I thought it was like, oh, never mind. Anyway, but yeah. So the final green flag cycle of pit stops happening of the evening. So this is going to, for sure, get everybody home on that precious, precious fuel.
The Penguin. Did you see that? That's pretty good. Let's see one episode. I gotta finish watching the rest of it.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for them all to come out and watch it. I'm a Batman type of guy, so
Colin Farrell
I'll
did
probably
really
have
good.
to tune.
I think that's what I did. I just seen the first episode.
I liked. Did you watch the Batman with Robert Pattinson and Colin Farrell and whatnot? Like, did you watch the movie The Batman?
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, so like it's basically, if I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to be a prequel, right, to that movie or something to that effect.
Yeah.
I can't. Anyway,
There's also a scene in there where they mock the Sopranos.
I don't doubt it.
When he's in the car. Did they always show that on the commercial? Smoking a cigar. From the Sopranos. Oh, side-by-side action here with the 48. That's not the 48, my apologies.
69, 25, and 5. That Phillip is a lap down.
No, he ain't.
No, he's not. My apologies. He is part of that three-car battle, but uh, he has older tires.
Yep. And probably in better shape for this year, but
I already said that like 30 minutes ago, bro.
and do you think we have a GWC here tonight or what?
I think it's going to go green all the way to the finish from here on out, Brian. It's crazy that Zach didn't. How in the world? I just can't get over after Jack getting it wrong earlier. Basically nailing pit road, having a long stop, losing a lot of ground. He gained so much ground and time on the final pit stop that he's somewhat in contention. He's, though, now falling a second off the pace of Hartwell. So I say he's in contention, but Deutscher trying to drive back into the podium positions. It's got to be a teammate on teammate battle once again here.
You're good. You can come in.
I really like the way Philip made the logo there in the hood. Almost looks like the DeWalt. We were going for something else, but it went for a completely different look after you look at it more. So it still looks cool. Oh, this picture, whoever this guy is, oh my. He's a left-handed guy, and he painted that. Oh my goodness! Let's turn off the game now. The Royals are gonna win this thing. Just, oh my gosh, we're done. Anyway, hey, I figured out. I'm a bigger fan of the if Chris Kamari's out there watching, listening to us, cover your ears. I like the new Chris that we have calling the B&R Cup Series because he's a Kyle Larson fan.
Oh,
so
I have to get rid of him.
No, don't do that. Keep this guy because I mean, Kamari was a Chase Elliott fan, right? So, like...
Oh, that was even worse.
I want to say it was... I want to say he's a Chase Elliott fan, I'm pretty sure, right? So...
Yeah, his wife was a Truex fan. She could have broadcasted our races. That would have been alright.
What's with all the women being Truex fans?
Oh no.
I guess they know what's truly up in the world.
Oh, Harry.
I just think it's funny, like, out of all the races he's going to be doing is like the Daytona 500 on like a part-time or like a, you know, like a, I'm going to run a few races here and there type. Why not just do like say like Dover, the Southern 500, Kansas.
He's doing Rockingham.
Hear me. Ooh. Dude, I really got to come up there now. And like the Coke 600. Why, like you you haven't been able to win in. Hey, we're not going into. Well, maybe I don't know. I'll let you watch, and then you can decide. Anyway,
yes!
So
Dating my man. There it goes. See ya. My man. I don't know. It's not over yet, but anyway, well, 10 laps to go.
and Jack Doisher has moved up into P2. No, I said Zach Doisher.
No, you said Jack.
Well, I'm reading names on a list here. Like I could, long days. I'm gonna say anything now, I guess. Man, look at that. Look at the way that ball released from the guy's hand, at least. What a pitch to hit.
Hey.
What? I was talking about the baseball game watching.
No, I was doing whenever he was running down into the batter's box.
Oh.
And that was way down there, too. Probably said, oh well. They're probably going to get in trouble. You guys are worried about the baseball game. No, we're doing both here.
Yes, I can multitask.
Right. This is the bad time broadcast. I'm a sports freak, and it's the sports season. So, especially October, especially baseball, if your team makes it. But anyway, Hartwell, Doisher, Clemens, 1, 2, 3. Phillip falling about almost 4.5 seconds back from Clemens. I wonder if Phillip burned up his tires a little bit, you think, eh?
Probably.
Oh, I know what Jazz was trying to do, trying to get in the way. Sneaky feller. As you see there, Clemens gets on by Story, but now Yarrow.
But look at Yarrow.
Well, I hate to see it for Yarrow being a lap down, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's very true. He had such a good run happening, and then just, I don't really want to say it's stack up, but just maybe had a lot of rear brake in the car and wasn't ready for maybe the guys being so woed up in front of him like they were. That's another possibility, Brian. I've done it, you've done it, we've all done it.
Oh, yeah.
And then sometimes you just get plowed into. So either way, things are going to happen on pit road that you just sometimes don't want to happen. Like we've seen just about all week this week happen. Depending on when you start the week off. Whether you count it as Sunday or Monday and then count it as Sunday as ending the week, Monday as starting it again. Different way. Okay, so like here's the thing: the faces that guitarists make and baseball pitchers make, like, is hilarious, right? Like if he was to like freeze frame like in the motion of like baseball pitchers or like guitarists, I was just saying, like, that's 5 to go here at Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, California. This track doesn't even exist anymore in the real world. You want to go to it, you can, but a lot of warehouses and such being in develop and so forth. I just tell you what.
I tell you what. Oh wait, never mind. I thought that was Clemens right behind him. 4 to go.
4 laps to go. Zach has got it down to under 5 seconds, but don't think Zach's going to be able to run down Brandon Hartwell. Got the clean air, got up in the lead, hasn't looked back since. He's our stage winner, and he is up 7 positions from which he has started. This guy has a back itch that he cannot get to. That pitcher dude with the left hand. some type of left-hand disorder there. His windup looks like a chicken. Oh, hey, why are we showing bunt? Cameron is at the plate, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's fucking Oswald. Never mind. Oh, SDT went down the tubes for a second. Had to refresh it. Love it.
3 laps to go. Brandon Hartwell coming to take that 2 to go. Right about now. 2 laps to go here tonight.
Working the penultimate lap of this race. It's been one heck of a race. Might as well say caution-free race, but there's been 2 incidences that maybe one of them should have been a caution, but that's all right. And that's all right. I said that's all right. So, Brandon Hartwell with a dominating performance. Zach Deutscher in second with a drive-back recovery. Jack Clemens, kind of like give him the Nick Sanchez Award, or the what's that other guy? Who's his teammate? I'll think of it. Project Caruth Award for being up here trying to lead some laps, but yet Sammy Archibald Award goes to him. But yes, indeed, Brandon Hartwell is going to close it out here in that 25 car. Oh yeah, that question I was going to ask him, like, why does he run the number 25? I never asked him, did I? I don't think I did. Thank you. So definitely going to ask him tonight. Coming off of turn number 4 here at Auto Club, SRU Xfinity Series, Brandon Hartwell winning it tonight. Zach Deutscher in the number 7 car, finishing 1 spot better from where he qualified in P number 2. 69 Chick-fil-A car, Jack Clemens rounding out the podium finishers. Jim Kolmensberger up 9 positions from where he qualified. Look at that, Jim. What a stand-up top 5 day for Jim. And our pole sitter, Philip Bridgman, rounds out the top 5. AA, Aaron Adam, in the 48 machine, 6th position. Kevin Roy in the 77, 7th position. So, 777 day for Kevin. Bobby D in 8th position. Terry Duguay, 9th. Michael Yarrow, unfortunate day for him, 10th position. Danny Story, at least he got 10th. 11th. Jeff Gilmore, 12th. Dave Arcasia, 12th. Kenneth Street, 14th, Clifton Ashley, 15th, and Mark Koshik rounds out the field in 16th position here, as we will round out and grab our podium finishers here in just a moment. Jack Clemens bringing it home P3 after getting up there, battling it up, leading some laps. Jack, got a copy, bud?
Yeah.
All right, so like I said, got up here, led some laps, scrapping it up. Tell us about it here. How'd you do it? How'd you be able to stay up here and, like I said, lead a bit, but unfortunately just able to just kind of finish on the podium here?
Yeah, this has always been a fun track for me, so I've ran it a couple times before, so I feel like I have some decent pace here. But I had a couple of mishaps on pit road, missed my stall, so that definitely lost some time under green. But biggest mistake I made, I got into Zach. I'm glad he was able to recover for a P2, but I just want to apologize to him on here as well for getting into him on the backstretch and turning him around. I did not mean to do that at all.
Brad, did you go to the Matt Kenseth School of talking? You had to have, right? Anyway, so right, so
He
got
said,
to thank Matt Kenseth first of
what do you
all.
mean?
No, no, he said 100%.
How?
Uh, yeah. See, you gotta understand Matt Kenseth talk. Bam. Uh, Whenever I always go and place an order through like a drive-through window, people cannot understand me. I talk too fast, and I'm just like, man, I gotta slow it down. For anyway, that's off topic again. They're gonna yell at us again for that. Anyway, so Matt Kenseth, might as well call you Matt since you talk like Matt Kenseth. So right, I couldn't have. I never would have guessed. We got another guy I call Mike Skinner. He drives and acts like Mike Skinner. You gotta meet him. Anyway, um, so next week it is Atlanta, hot Atlanta. I'm trying to remember which configuration, but it's Atlanta nevertheless.
Boys do the old.
Yeah, that's right. Old, hot Atlanta. What's the game plan there, Matt Kenseth, going into Atlanta?
It's probably going to be pretty. I mean, different track layout, obviously, but it's going to be pretty similar in the sense we're gonna have to save tires, run the bottom to save them. But I think the top is going to be the fastest again. But that place is even more of a cheese grater than here on your tires, so it's going to be interesting. But it should be another really good race.
Should be. Can't wait to talk to you later. You really should get some Arby's paint schemes or something and ditch the Chick-fil-A stuff. Anyway, so final thoughts, shout outs, anything else you'd like to add, man? What a trip.
Yeah, shout out to race winner, kind of an ass whooping on all of us. But no, it was a fun race. It's really fun racetrack.
It was a great show, caution free for the most part without that stage break. So hopefully chit chat with you next week at Hot Atlanta.
Yep. Thank you guys for the broadcast.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Now on to P2, Zach Deutscher in the number 7 car. Yes, I don't know why. I always start to break down and like reboot at the end of these things, Brian. It's terrible. If I'm not having technical difficulties, my brain is. Right? I just gotta, right? That's how I feel, right? Anyway, so Zach Deutscher bringing it back, drive back recovery. You get the Daniel Ricciardo driver of the race award, I feel. So that's a replay, Brian.
No, it ain't.
That's a replay. Anyway, so Zach, just tell us, how'd you get back in the zone after the contact there with Matt Kenseth coming out of turn number 2?
No, I honestly can't tell you. I was a little fumed at that, but I can't be mad. It happens. I just knew I had to make it to pit road, the pit strategy there, and try to make up as many spots as I could. But yeah, the car was good. Especially in traffic, I was surprised how good it was even. But yeah, we're lucky we climbed back up the second. This car was pretty good at the end of that race.
Why are you taking Tommy over?
I mean, it looks like he needs to come off the mound at the moment, Brian.
Finish it through. I thought I set up.
It's okay. So, yeah, it was a heck of a race, caution free if you don't count the stage break, right? But like I said earlier, a couple of incidents that maybe could have been caution. At least one was Gilmore and what's his name? I think that. Possibly yours, yes. I'm just messing. Yes.
No, I was on the tarmac. There was no reason.
Yeah. But yeah, like I know. Also, Gilmore was off the track, but he was spinning backwards. He could have came up and like someone could have hit him. No one would want me as a race director. Anyway, yeah, just a heck of a race tonight, Zach. What's your thoughts about it overall?
A great race overall. Some really fun racing with a lot of guys. It's our club. I love it here. A lot of people love it here, and it's really a heartbreaking thing to see that it is not a thing anymore IRL, and wish it was.
But we can still experience it in the virtual world of iRacing, so that's wonderful. Big big shout out to Jim Kummelsberger, P4 top 5 finish here tonight. So big shout out to Jim. He's always one of the ones you have to watch and race extra hard at the end of these things, right? So Atlanta next week. Zach, what's the thought, preparation, mindset going into old hot Atlanta?
It's the old version.
I do believe so. Maybe
Oh,
I think.
well, if it's that, it's going to be kind of like this. Orlando is definitely what you would call it, a tire eater, I guess you would call it. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting race. I'm thinking that the middle to top is going to be the long run strat, but we'll see. Take race by race. I think it's going to be fun regardless.
Indeed, one to watch and for sure next week at Atlanta with these Xfinity cars. Nevertheless, final thoughts, shout outs, anything else you'd like to add, Zach, before we let you go?
Out to you guys for the broadcast. A lot of fun watching you guys while in race. Shout out to STR. We got top 5 for both cars tonight, so Philip's pretty impressed. Brandon, for that win, man. You you ran away like normal with it. You deserve that win. Incident with, I can't remember his name, but you don't gotta worry about it, man.
Jack Clem-
Racing, yeah. I'm sorry if I don't know his name, but yeah, don't even worry about it, man. Shit happens. Family, friends watching. Junior Motorsports. All sponsors I have that I can't remember, and on to Atlanta.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week at Atlanta, Zach. So best of luck to you next week at Atlanta.
Thanks, guys.
Exactly what we don't want Bobby Witt Jr. to be on base at all, but it's okay. And our race winner tonight, Brandon
Mr. Hartwell.
Hartwell. Indeed. So, Brandon, you just won the stage. You got back out there in the clean air, and you drove away to eventual victory. Tell us how you did it.
I'm not even sure, really. I just love this track, and eventually, later in the runs, I figure out that late apex and really just drive it easy off the corner. There was times when I thought the rear end was going to come around coming off 4 just because how loose it felt, but it felt good, and I just kept driving it that way. I'm glad to get a win earlier in the season this year. I know I probably did last year, but I don't know. This momentum, going to keep the momentum up, and we're going to Atlanta next week, and I also love that track. So I love the tracks that tear up the tires real bad if you ain't careful.
So, high probability of maybe back-to-back wins, or you don't really want to boast yourself too high on a pedestal?
Oh, I'm going to go for it. Like I said, I like this track.
Yeah.
Atlanta is another fun favorite. If you're not careful there, you'll just burn the right front off, and you're just going to fall back.
Exactly. I know my past experiences with Atlanta, that right front, you got to be mindful of it, got to be careful. So, indeed, one to watch, and like we were just talking about with Clemens and Zach, they were talking about it as well. That the tires going to be key next week in Atlanta. So, just like it was here tonight, just a basically smaller track. So, basically, traffic and clean air was key tonight, and just pit stops tonight also was the great equalizer, it seemed, and helping you gain. It seemed like a little bit of time each time we had green flag pit stops, which was pretty much every time except for the the yellow stage there. But talk about getting on and off pit road, especially at a track like Auto Club, where it's kind of deceiving in a sense, right?
Oh yeah, getting on the pit road here is definitely tricky because you're coming off 4. You really want to go high and stay on the track, but you got to cut down, and there's no grip. Once you start getting on the brakes, even if you lock them up, you're just gonna slide through and get a speeding penalty or go right into the grass. And I feel like that last pit stop that I think I came in after everybody else, the front couple guys, anyways. I think they gained on me.
Yeah.
Once we all was said and done back on the track, and I don't know, I just kept the gap, and I think I even widened it a little bit, but I'm not too sure. I was keeping everything off my screen and just paying attention to what's in front of me.
Yes, sir. You were, and you did a tremendous job. Congratulations on the victory here tonight, Brandon. Final thoughts, shout out, since we already talked about Hot Atlanta.
Yeah, shout out to you guys for putting on a good broadcast. I always love going back and watching it, seeing what happened or is just an overall good race tonight. Shout out to the league too. We got more guys joining. Don't It seems like we didn't have as many guys as we did last week tonight, but it was definitely a good show and good racing overall.
Yes, sir. Just a couple of new faces. Clemens, I think this is his second race, I believe, but good showing for him, like you said. So, um, yes, indeed. Hot Atlanta next week. Can't wait to see what is going to come and be in store. And best of luck to you next week, Brandon.
All right, thank you guys.
You're welcome, buddy. You have yourself a good night.
Brandon Hartwell there getting the dub here tonight at Auto Club SRU Xfinity Series. That'll do it for us this week, I do believe. Yes, indeed. Had to check the mind. So until next week with the AMS Cup Series, I do believe, right? Are they right? Right?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. 10-4. So until we meet again, we want to thank each and every one of the competitors coming out, putting on this one heck of a show here tonight. Multiple green flag pit stops, good long running here tonight at Auto Club, these Xfinity cars, and you guys coming out and tuning in to the broadcast. So, Ian Bryan, we're going to wish you all a wonderful and safe